Okay, so you will need some popsicle sticks, or in this case, I'm actually using coffee stirrers, but something that has sort of a flat side to it. If you use round sticks like skewers or giant toothpicks or something, this wouldn't really work because you need a flat surface you can adhere the fan to later. So what I'm going to do is I need to do the fan folding process. So this is called like an accordion fold. So I'm going to go back and forth, and what I need to be careful of is I want this to be the measurement for every time I fold it. I always want to fold it that much. So every pleat that I create will actually be the same size. So it's hard to do this without like putting marks all over the paper to measure. So what I'm doing, as you can see, so far you don't see a lot of the paper sticking out from underneath this pleat here, because what I'm doing is I'm using that to measure. So when I fold backwards, I look at where the crease was originally, and that's where I make my new crease. So when I see I've folded it back enough that the rectangular strip I'm seeing is the same size it was before, that's when I actually fold it back. So really I'm sort of standing it up here, pressing it down, and it's the same size. So you're going to keep doing this process all the way to the end of the paper. Now some of you, it'll make you sad, like it looks like I'm going to squish my bird in a minute. And actually looking at my bird, this is kind of bugging me. I'm going to go back in, draw some more details on there. You can always make things better. It's hard to add things into your image after you've done the pleat folds or the accordion folds. So you want to make sure that you're very happy with everything before you start this process. So I wouldn't have been able to sleep tonight if I didn't fix Mr. Bird there before I did this. So back and forth, back and forth. So you want to have those sticks ready nearby, and you also want to have some glue nearby. Nope. Try not to let it go. If you let this go, the whole thing kind of might fly apart on you. I can feel some of my paper, y'all can tell looking at this, is a little wet still. So if you get nervous about tearing the paper or something, just sort of let it dry longer before you start this maybe. Alright, one more. Your last fold might be a little skinnier, might be a little thicker than the rest of them. Now the thing is, if I open this, you can still see my bird. You can still see my trees and everything. But I want this to stay as a fan. When I kind of let go, I just have this like long accordion folded paper. That looks kind of cool too. But if I want it to be a fan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to glue what are called montures. You saw that in your research. So the montures would be the wooden part of the fan itself. The leaves would be the folded part here, the screen. So I don't want to put glue all over the whole thing because I want some of this sticking out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on this part, and I'm going to show you guys a little trick that I sometimes do. So I need glue on both of these. So if I take them and I just sort of rub them together, because y'all can tell that was more glue than I would normally use. It puts glue on both of them. So one I'm going to put here. I'm going to glue to this side. And I'm going to need to give that a minute, hold that down, and let that stick. So I'm pressing these down, and I'm trying to look. You'll notice that the stick is just as long here as it is over here. So I'm going to be holding this down. I don't think you need to watch a video of me holding these down. So I'm going to stop the video here, and in the next one this will be dry, and I'll show you what to do next.